Hello, everyone, and welcome back to good old Hearts of Iron 4. We are back in Central Siberia as the Siberian Black Army, where today, turn that down a bit, we're going to be continuing this playthrough as Siberian Black Army. Probably already said that. But yeah, gonna try and be a little bit more fast, I guess. Like actually try and get some things done, because all we've done so far is basically get through one little tree, which I just realized I ought to save before I finish. But yeah, so we spent an hour to get through 8 trees. So yeah, we're gonna try and not take that long, and I'll probably just bring updates occasionally, give you a good idea. It seems like we're going down like industry, maybe some politics here, and then military. Chongo. But yeah. So let's get started with revolutionary reconstruction. The Siberian Soviet has survived what many thought would be the end of a short-lived anarchist experiment. Tens of thousands of lives later, we have achieved independence from the tyrannical Yagoda. Unfortunately, our glorious revolution is not yet secure. Our army was utterly drained by the last war, and our industry is in no condition to produce guns at the rates needed to replenish our equipment stockpiles. Whatever industry is left, that is. We remain undeterred, however. Plans are already being drawn up for the liberation of Siberia, and our soldiers are eager to spread revolutionary anarchism to all of Russia. No gods nor masters, only man. The collapse of the triumvirate. So it looks like Italy's falling apart. So that's their little faction. Yeah, they're no longer in a faction. Ugh, doesn't look too well, especially for their colonies like the Levant and Egypt. Oh, he's just not a colony. Yeah, they're guaranteeing their independence basically the same way. Oh. Che Guevara released. Interesting. Buryatia's not looking super good at the moment. I might lose to Yagoda. Let's go down industry, or wait. Actually, what gives us manpower, if anything? Nothing. Nothing gives us manpower. This gives us recruitable population, but I don't know what to do. Fuck it, I'm gonna go down industry. The Red Mantle. I feel like for right now, it's gonna be a lot of waiting to get through the focuses, because we have to like build up and get ready to fight. I think for now we can oh yeah, build new schools. I think for now we're gonna kind of just improve this stuff. I don't know if I want to do anything because they all have negatives. Like, oh, factory and capacity increase the production efficiency gain, but then we lose efficiency. Like, I kind of just don't want to do anything with it. Uh, Still have the militia's alliance. Oh yeah, see, Turkey declared war on the Levant. Who wouldn't win? Probably Turkey. Hard to take a guess because they're bigger. Uh, go with mass production methods. Because we're not producing too much stuff right now. It's not great. Oh, there's 1,000 and it's gone. We were at 1,000 and then it immediately went to 0. How much left until we're good on manpower? Oh, maybe we get like 2,000 more. Huh. School, where to allocate? Yeah. The People's Survey. I wonder if you could play this in multiplayer. Oh. The People's Apocalypse. A nation of writers, poets, and scholars, the universities of Tomsk produce more manuscripts and manifestos than most people care to count. Yet one piece, published anonymously, has begun to spread controversy far and wide throughout Siberia. The People's Apocalypse tells the story of a faceless scholar's journey throughout the fall of the Central Siberian Republic, progressively encountering those who the author identifies as the four horsemen of the apocalypse: Ivan Zavalako, Gen Yagoda, Alexander Porkishin, and Nikolai Andriy. Awakening in Oiroita after falling ill, the scholar finds the people reduced to babbling madmen, clawing out their own eyes and pulling apart their scalps from a pestilence brought to land from Zavolokov, poisoning his people with an elixir named Faith and weakening the body of the Republic. Chased away by the blind and corrupted, the scholar soon finds himself witness to the lands being set ablaze and free thinkers ahead abducted and persecuted by Yagoda's as blue-faced demons wage war against the people. Fleeing the slaughter, they come upon endless roads buried under living skeletons, famine consuming the land from Pushkin's terrible betrayal, before finally witnessing Andrew's betrayal at Krensk, piercing the heart of a nameless soldier embodying the noble republic. Condemning the four men is bringing about the end of the promised people's realm. The story ends with the land destroyed and all four being consumed by madness under the weight of their own evil, turning to stone as hideous reminders of their deeds, though it is left unanswered whether anyone will survive the end of days to remember what has been lost. A haunting tale. We just get fucked over and lose 10 political power. Hey look, there's Yagoda, one of the guys mentioned. Right next to us, but we'll kill him. Eventually. If Sablin doesn't. I don't know who the other guys are. I don't think Magadan was one. I know there's some like religious guys or some shit. Oh, there's Porsche. I don't remember. But oh well. Back to what's important. Spreading anarchy. But where to advocate? Oh, lost and alone. He walked through the lands under the control of the Siberian Black Army. He had entered the free territory the previous day, continuing deeper into Siberia. He had passed through many villages of the territory, helping where he could in exchange for food and supplies. though in the more remote villages he was often run out of town as a grifter. Night fell, and he set up his camp in a small copse of trees. As his fire crackled in the night, he looked up into the sky. It was awash with stars, more than he had ever seen before his exile. Soon the sound of the fire lulled him to sleep, and the memories came then, twisted by his mind and laid bare before him. He saw flashes of his life under the glorious reign of the Nazi Party, the camaraderie and nationalistic fervor that became a fact of life for the Reich's citizens. He saw his mother, proud and beautiful, laid low by an illness that poisoned her blood. He remembered the doctor's face, sneering about her impure ancestry. It was the last he saw of her, before his conscription. Serve the fatherland and its armies or die like the mutt you are, boy. The words of the Gestapo agent echoed in his mind. His father, a proud soldier of the Reich, was arrested for polluting the Aryan gene pool with his wife's Jewish ancestry. He got the news of his execution on the front of the West Russian War. Finally, it came to his victims. The brutality of the fighting in West Russia would stay with him for the rest of his life. He knew that, but it was the reprisal operations that truly haunted him. Villages depopulated by his unit, the men rounded up and shot, begging that their families be spared. Women or children were locked in their homes, and the churches had burned. You could hear their screams still, judging and condemning him. With a shout, his eyes shot open and he looked around in panic. After he calmed himself, he packed up and resumed his journey. It will never be enough. Was that the Bogatyr guy? Also, more militia reliance because I really need manpower. Why do you keep opposing? Here's some infantry equipment. Be nice. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering if that's the Bogatyr guy. Because that was one of the things that people thought like he might be is a like former German soldier who's trying to repent for all the terrible shit he did by going around helping people in the fucking corpse of Russia. Oh. Oh no. Irkutsk 1. That's not good. Well, we're gonna stop him. That'll be good. Oh wait, where to allocate? Most people had learned to respect Musharenko and Valentiv, love Galanskov and Teratuda, and to be obedient to Stepanov years ago. What he saw before him were fools. Even Ivan, who seemed the smartest of the bunch, didn't know the first thing about what really mattered. Once rhetoric and bullets had been stripped away, money. I could offer you a lot of bullshit right now, Kitchekhov said, blankly looking right into the eyes of the members of the Security Council. Believe me, my wife has written and written and rewritten speeches 100 times over to try and communicate this fact to you, but I really do not see the point in that. Stepanov raised an eyebrow. Ivan knew had to read faces. I think I meant to say Ivan knew how to read faces. That much whatever knew. Ivan Stepanov was an actor, not by trade, but by lifestyle. Kitchachakov and his suspicions about the fat general, but never. Kitchak. I can't say his fucking name. Is it an L? It's an L. Kilchakov. Yeah, Kilchachakov had his suspicions about the fat general, but never had the concrete proof to present the General Assembly. Okay, then what is your announcement, companion? I'm just gonna call him Kitch, okay? Because that's a lot easier than this fucking name. Or Kilch. Kilch rested his elbow on the branch of Taratuta. He figured she'd be the least likely to swat him away. Actually, I've changed my mind. With the permission of the council, I will sprinkle in a little bullshit. With quizzical looks on their faces, the members of the Security Council do not make a sound. Silent consent. Great. I won't bore you with my entire life story. I dread speaking longer than I must. The reason I started working with numbers so many years ago is because they're static. They don't change. People do. That's why I never could follow in my father's footsteps as a preacher. I don't like too much change. A little is essential. What we have here is essential, but I can't track change. I'm not following, Galenskov said. What does this have to do with the budget? The numbers changed. My initial projections were not accurate. I fucked up this time. What we have now is a crossroads. I have prepared two new economic models, one which will prioritize retooling our existing factories, and another which plans out the construction of new ones. The choice is yours. I'm just the numbers guy. Yeah, out-of-date factories will be our downfall. I want that. I want less consumer goods. But let's begin the redistribution. Seems like our guns are at least doing okay production-wise. It's just everything else is kind of shit. Not terrible, but not great either. Tomsk, liberal democracy. They're being all right. What else do we got? Viral. Krasnoyarsk, Tomsk, Chernyshevsky, Irkutsk, and the People's Revolutionary Council. Ooh, we can repair the Trans-Siberian Railway. Let's do that. That seems like it's going to be really useful. Always nice to have good functioning railroads for transport and such. Peace conference. Oh, the Guyana was beaten by America. Oh, it's Organization of Free Nations. That's what it is. For some reason, I thought it was Order before. I don't know why or how I forgot that. How's West Africa doing? I'm only looking because I've played them like 3 or 4 times. Most of my later playthroughs were trying to beat the fucking South Africans on hard mode, which is really fucking difficult. Alright, bombed out rails. That was awesome. Fix the rails, fix so many things before I went to country. Must make it a perm duty the job. What idea, terrible justification. You weren't Sevastopol, the Germans had artillery the size of mountains carried on the rails. Yeah, fucking Gustav cannons, I imagine. Potential profitability. I don't know, Capanis. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with a little bit of idealism. New railway. More infrastructure. What's the other one? Agricultural development. Ooh, definitely gonna take those mines. Play some fucking Minecraft. That might be something I do in the future. I'll play some RL Craft or some shit. That'd be fun to record. There's transistor computing. Let's go ahead and I'll not do that. We can get horizontal industrial organization too. We're just gonna help our industry even more. Always good to have. Gotta love having industry. Just kind of waiting here though for more stuff to happen. We can scavenge for new loot. I might even do a raid. Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, let's do a raid. Prepare a raid against the People's Revolutionary Council. As fuck them. Commies. Or statists. Turn to the mines. There's some good old resources, which means I can stop trading aluminum and get a factory back. Let's get some agriculture production. Look at that. 4 factories. 5 factories, baby. Partially from trade. Wait, what do we gotta do? Oh, we need to have divisions over there. divisions on the border real quick. Get on over there, everybody. Alright. Now, I'm gonna get some traits for him. I'll get infantry expert. Can I get any for him? Step on Valentive. He already has offensive doctrine. They're there. I guess I'll start it. They refuse tribute. Oh, let's go. We could probably win, right? I hope. It looks good, so. Yeah, there we go. We're scavenging. We'll be able to build new stuff. Relics of the past. There's treasures from the day Russia was united. Ooh. Machines of the past or memories? In the fields. Uh-oh. Please, you need to listen to me. You need to leave me alone, lady. Kilch inserted the key into its slot and turned it. Behind him was a dark-haired woman, a single freckle on her nose. Weird. Kilch remembered her physical attributes well. There wasn't much else to observe on the woman. She wore rags for warmth and walked barefoot when there wasn't snow, which there never was. My son is out there. You could still find him. Companion Lanskov told me you could find him. He believes he's out there. Why don't you? The woman pleaded with him as Kilch began to walk down the street. Kilch took a cigarette from his pocket and lit it. I'm just the middleman, lady. I don't remember every name that comes across my desk. She had been hounding him for months. Apparently, Kilch had put out a request for additional volunteers to a commune facing raids from up north, and her son was the first to go. He shook his head as he walked. These people made him miss the days in the Union where he oversaw the Siberian plan in peace. The woman hastened her pace and stopped in front of him. She gripped onto Kilch's shoulders and he moved to shrug her off, but stopped. He was face to face with her. He could see the tears form in her eyes. He watched as they rolled down her cheeks and disappeared onto the ground below. Kilch scrunched up his face in frustration. Move, goddammit, but he didn't. He was frozen. Please, she pleaded. If you can't find him, don't make anyone else go through this. You can find some alternative. I know you can. My son believed in so much in this movement, and you and I. He may have laid down his life for this. He didn't have to die to some bastard from Tomsk. Kilch went through a range of emotions from anger to empathy. He wished this woman was a number so he could understand her. But we need... Fuck. I don't know what to pick, because this is more beneficial, but I don't want to be an asshole. Yeah, no, I'll put out more calls for workers as much as I don't really want to be honest, because it's gonna fuck us over. Well, not fuck us over, we can still recover from it. Let's get new research facilities. Let's see. Rural production nodes. Ooh, a military factory, that'll help. Get more gun. Actually, I should probably start making an air force. I should get some cast. Machines of the past. After crushing our foe, our men charged the enemy's warehouse and armory, snatching everything they used and destroying the rest that could not be carried. What are they found? They found a civilian factory and we got stability. We're at 70% now. Nice. This is going very well so far. I want to do more raids. Can we do... Oh, we could do one against Krasnoyarsk. Not successful raid, not failed raid. So do I need to wait a bit to do another one? I don't know how that works. Also, can I just do all of these? Our worker in discontent is Dot. Okay. Gets more infrastructure, that'll be helpful. Everything's more helpful, just getting more stuff. Trade for some rubber. Can I trade with anyone actually to get rubber? I cannot. At least not at the moment. Man. The Sultan of Cyan. Oh, Bulgaria sides with Germany. So Germany won the Bulgarian game, which is a little thing between Italy and Bulgaria. See who gets their loyalty, essentially. That fucking beard, quote unquote beard. He's Lorda. Oh, that's the mustache guy. He kind of looks like Stalin a little bit. Like in Central Asian Stalin. The foundation laid. An experiment in anarchism that many thought was not possible. We have proven time and time again that ours is the superior ideology. Without compromising our morals, we have managed to create an economic system that benefits all, and not just a privileged few who happen to control the means of production. We've completed laying the economic foundation of a nation of and for all Russia peoples. I don't think that was right grammatically, but whatever. Who cares? Unless I just read it wrong, because that's happened multiple times already. It would not be a shocker, to say the least. Let's go, raid time, baby. Who can we raid? Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, I still have the successful raid thing. Cute. Yeah, the more we take or use that stuff, it'll start improving this stuff, and we'll start getting more good things happening. Oh. So yeah, want to keep doing raids and stuff and improving our industry and research and all that. Let's go ahead and do one against Krasnoyarsk. Oh. The economist's troubled thoughts. Kilch fought with his steak, ripping at the chewy, undercooked meat. The bread rolls fared a little better, nearly dislodging one of his teeth with the stiffness of the roll. The vegetables may have been the worst. They had been cooked to perfection, but his wife's vegetable of choice was, of course, onions. He was deathly allergic to onions. Really? Yekertirnya, I don't know, looked at him with a look of disappointment. Barely touched your food, Mikhail. Well, it certainly touched me and beaten me and nearly taken my teeth and life, Kilch remarked, leaning back in his chair in defeat. Yekaterina, oh, that's a lot easier, sat down her fork and dabbed at her lip with a napkin. I thought it was delicious. The room was silent. It was time for a different line of questioning. How was your day? It was easy to get her husband to talk about himself. If all else failed, she could always rely on that. Kilch stared off in his face for some time despite the simple question. His wife simply sat and observed him. You were there, right? You met Bucharin when he came to Novosibirsk, right? Kilch already knew the answer to that. The photograph of the three of them was sitting in the foyer. Of course, his wife laughed. I don't know how you could have missed him, man. He was larger than life. Mikhail nodded for a while, letting his partner's words echo. Do you remember the things they said about him, even then? Ekaterina was struck by the same silence that had taken her husband. I suppose I do. They never really had a pleasant opinion of Emir, did they? Mikhail's hand suddenly shot out and grabbed at his wife's, prompting a grasp from her. He stared deeply into her eyes. What will they say about me, Kat? When I am dead and my economic policies have run their course, will they curse my name as we do his? The rest of dinner was silent. Ugh. He's not in a good state mentally, it seems. Let's do the Black Army. Our good old defenders. We'll get a little bit of XP from it. Shoot me in my office. We seem to be making better progress. Because it's only been 30 minutes and we made it through, I think, about the same amount of focuses as the last stream. which could just be a difference in focus length, because I just noticed this one's only 21 days. I don't remember how long the ones from the last tree were. But yeah. I like the voiceover music. View the chain of commands. More political power. Nothing without us. Do you smoke? I don't think I've ever asked. Stepanov lit the cigarette dangling out of his mouth, took a few puffs, and shoved his hands into his pockets. The old General Misharenko kept his vision forward as the pair walked down the street towards the General Assembly. Not anymore, he groaned out. My last smoke was in Moscow before I boarded the train to this city, and my next one will be when I take the train from here back to my nation, to Moscow. Stepanov blew smoke into the air. You talk a lot about Germany, about Moscow. We're still here fighting for the anarchist movement in our own sliver of Russia. Why don't you ever talk about that? Trenko kept his pace, not turning to face Ivan. Are you accusing me of something, companion Stepanov? Ivan shrugged, running a hand through what little remained of his hair. Some would call it an accusation. I would be more inclined to call it hope. Hope? Hope that you'd see beyond all this talk of anarchy and of freedom. Stepanov stopped in his tracks, making the general do the same. Hope that you would support me unconditionally. Mishrenko's face stretched together in confusion, quickly softened in realization. Mishrenko is a hero to the people, but to the Black Army he was a legend, an ideal, a man who never stopped fighting, never being one for politics. He could still sense when he was being used as a pawn. Was he ready for that? Mishrenko quickly turned away from Ivan and resumed walking. Never tell anyone about this conversation. Ooh, we have to stop Stepanov there. Because he doesn't seem like a good person now all of a sudden. He was like a fucking traitor. Isn't that him? Yeah, that's him. Little fucking traitor. Little fucking bastard. What's that? That's Mishrenko. That's what he looks like. Wow. Oh, you know what I just realized? I fucking forgot about the raid. Did I end up doing anything? I think I might have accidentally ignored it. Or they just gave the shit to me. I don't remember which, to be honest. Alright, learning from experience. I'm gonna take that one. See me in my office. God damn it. Alright, let me research. That one. Alright. Officer Edgar Skorniak fiddled with the hat in his hands. He traced out the skull and crossbones woven into the feathers. Uh-oh. This seems to be becoming a bit of a piece of a shit. Do I have something as a train our troops? Yeah, I'll probably do train our troops next. 75 political power. And look at that. Starting to get a plane. Also, I need to still trade rubber. Wait, do we even have any? We do not. Alright, well, we do a little building. Uh-oh. The men stood by the sill calmly and waited for their turn to jump. The Tokyo Exchange Secretary out with a crash. So I think the Japanese economy just fucking exploded or something. But yeah, let's keep doing this stuff. That also gave us a military factory. Let's do the learning experience now. And let's get fighters to support our cast. These guys are just infantry equipment and stuff, right? Yeah, I'm gonna start training them. That way they get little nice combat boosts. It's not telling me what the discontent is, and I'm worried that it's really low. Also, I think I may have accidentally broke the fucking rating thing. Oh, are we good on manpower finally? We are. Yes, let's fucking go. Right, let's get more specialized unit roles. Will give us some army XP. I think these guys are all light infantry. They're either like light infantry or militia. That's what that like hat is. Yeah, they're light infantry. I'm gonna change. Excuse me. I'm gonna change this up a bit because I like it when it's the rows or the columns. Yeah, I don't like this shit. Oop, there we go. Ooh, I should probably make some elite infantry. That might be what the Black Guard units will be. If not, I'll make them that. They'll just be all elite infantry. Can't get that. Let's do... do we want resources? Can I... Yeah, do I already have synthetic? I do. But this will give me rubber, so I'll go down the resource extraction. Because we do need a little bit of rubber for our planes. And I'll go ahead and start making those because they don't take very long. It's on, oh, that's longer than I thought it'd be. But it's not terrible. It's only like 80-something days. And it'll be helpful for us to have an air force, because if you don't know, if you're new to Hoi 4, having air support is really fucking strong. Like, if you don't have, like, an air force, you're, like, handicapping yourself. Let's get those Black Guard units, because I do want some more elite infantry. The ones we have right now are fine, but I want really good ones. Let's scavenge for loot again. What are we not improving at the moment? We're not improving army professionalism or nuclear stockpile, but everything else is going up. I'll probably just go down to the academic base again, which is, I'm pretty sure, building new schools. Yeah. So that'll slowly start to get better, and eventually we might get primary schooling, which will improve our research speed and some factory stuff. So right now we have minus 10% to research, which is not great. What else is there? Let's implement some concessions, because they're kind of pissed right now. Pretty sure I was gonna... Oh yeah, I was gonna train our troops. I guess I don't need it as much now. Uh-oh. Tomska's destroying them. Alright, we got our Black Guard. It looks like they are infantry. They're 3 elite infantry. 3 elite and 3 regular. I will just go ahead and change that. Make them elite and make this one elite. And remove the artillery and put it over here so they're all lined up nicely. Bada bing, bada boom. Where's he? Is that him? No. Where'd he go? Boop. Alright. Now let's do mobility revisited. We don't really have armor divisions. I imagine this is going to be something that help us. That looks like a Tachanka, which, if you don't know, I guess the actual Tachanka was like a horse, and then like a seat that the horse was attached to and was like pulling. And there was one guy who was like controlling the horse essentially with like reins and everything, and then just one guy in the back with a fucking MG. So they would just ride around and fucking shoot people. Also, I'm getting kind of worried about Tomsk. I don't know when they're gonna attack us. I don't think they might be after this, honestly. No, it is not. We have to not exist for them to take this focus. So that's concerning. Let's do coverage from above. Improve our light aircraft, which I think will be our fighters and stuff. So yeah, I need to get jet engines, then I can start getting jet fighters and jet casts. Go from World War II to Cold War era planes will be very, very helpful. Principality of Kemerovo declared war on the People's Revolutionary Council. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Wow, they are incredibly fucking small. Holy shit. Who has a bigger military? 8 to 10 versus 3 to 5, but there's only one tile. That's 4, so it has a little bit of a bonus to defense, like 20%. Or maybe not to defense, but it lowers their attack by 20% to 80 instead of 100. But they also have mountains, which is a lot better at defense. So I don't know. So I'd say about status quo. Yeah, so probably some more good old fascism in Japan. Let's get some tank designs. We have no, we don't have a spot for our Air Force yet. I should not have taken stuff that made the people upset. Let's build new schools. And enforce Black Army discipline. How's that? Yeah, that'll increase our but it'll, I don't want to increase the popularity of despotism. How do I change that shit? I don't want to make despots. I want to remove the despot. I guess I'll increase militia alliance more. I'll expand volunteer programs. Hey, they support our militia. Nice. Let's go ahead and get the Blade Hone, and that'll improve our organization, our population, and our war support. Which is kind of low right now. It's only at 49%. Also, Magadan and Cheetah are fighting, and it looks like Magadan has already taken out Amur. Which I actually played a game as Amur, and I think I either conquered Russia or I got to like Central Siberia. Like conquered everything all the way from like basically like all of this. And he gets to the point, because he essentially is like, oh no, the Nazis will help us because we're Nazis too, because they're National Socialists. And he's like, all right, we could finally make contact with them. And I think he sends them a message or a letter or something, and they just fucking ignore him. And he loses his shit and like declares like vengeance on them or some shit. It's funny. It's like, whoa, the Nazis aren't gonna help the Slavs? Who would have thought? That's crazy. Oh. Yeah. I don't think Kemerovo is gonna last, Chief. I think you might be a bit fucked. Yep, there they go. The Mad King's reign is over. Aw, shit. Okay. we gotta hurry. Get over there now. And also you're done training. Oh, that'll help. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do everything to keep the libertarian socialists in charge. Cognitive dissonance. This better be good, Stefan, Svetlana shivered, holding herself tightly to trap any heat that may escape. Yeah, Anton said, good enough to justify waking up the entire village to discuss. Stefan, a frail, pale man, led them deeper and deeper into the woods outside of their community. A pack of 50 people followed closely behind him. Not too closely. No one ever got that close to Stefan. In their defense, it wasn't their fault that he would stay locked inside the top floor of his family's residence, tucked away alone like a discarded toy, only the building's library to keep him company. Stefan rose a hand, freezing in place. Here. We'll do it here. We'll do what here? Svetlana asked, her being unfortunate enough to be closest to the man. Without a word, Stefan blew out his candle, plunging the forest into darkness. The people sung a chorus of protest and confusion, but it was not long-lived. Uh-oh. The forest erupted in light once more, and the scene before them was plain to see. Stefan had taken an old gun and stowed it away in his coat. Now it was pressed to his temple, his finger hovering over the trigger. The crowd drew a deep breath of shock, Anton muttering a prayer under his breath. I am a traitor. I am the enemy. I am an operative for the state. I must be punished. I must be put on trial. Stefan shifted his weight in the snow. Svetlana watched in wide eyes as the man rambled about the things he had read, how over time he had begun to subscribe to the old ideas of Bucharin. He finished his ramblings with a request. Shoot the man. Kill the traitor. The village looked at each other for answers, dumbfounded by the situation before them. She cautiously stepped forward. Stefan, no one wants you to die for that. You're free to believe what you like. Your beliefs make you who you are. We'd be a lousy community to tell you to change. Svetlana took another step forward. Put down the gun, Stefan. Let's go home. Freedom extends to thoughts and actions. I agree. Yeah, don't kill yourself because you have a different opinion. Maybe don't do that. That's kind of not cool. Yeah, I guess, I don't know what happened. They were justifying on me, but now they have no national focus. I'm wondering if they ended up choosing Tomsk to go to war with, or if, like, they threatened Tomsk or gave them an ultimatum, and then Tomsk was like, no, and then fucking is now just stomping on them. Let's see. Oh, manpower is finally back up. That's nice. Roads for grain. Let's do that. Get some infrastructure. Many heads are better than one. The map is interesting. It's all reliable. I bought prints. That's from the Empire. Marks sense. Different communes from here. Young capital. Suppose we can go after Atlantic. What's the status of Bereza, Katerina? Less than ideal. We've been hit more by communities to the east. Ever so often, some bitter old men will cross into our land and burn it all to the ground. The Black Army has promised an increase in presence, but we've got nothing of the sort. The man nodded, drawing a skull and crossbone over the commune. Diverting from Zelengrosk is a possibility. Much of the industry there was left untouched. Thus became the pattern. For 3 long hours, the young Russians drew signs as tribes painting a picture of a free land, interwoven with arrows. Goods danced across the frozen tundra. Yeah. Easy claps. Work together in the commune. Hey, get fucked, nerd. You're dead. But now this is bad. Because German Civil War and everything's gonna go to shit. Just gotta give it a minute. Just a little bit. Uh-oh, yep, there you start. Those no military, troops may not enter the demilitarized zones. Now all of Germany is a demilitarized zone. I wonder what's gonna happen. And the game is freezing. That's always a good sign. Will it crash? Oh, there it goes. In the wake of Adolf Hitler's death, the Reich has erupted into chaos. Despite the Fuhrer's appointment of a legal successor, powerful factions within the Reich have taken up arms against one another with the interest of leading the nation in their vision. The nation is torn, with entire generations ignoring orders from Germania and flocking to the successor of their choice. Though the gravity of the situation is not yet known, it is estimated that the Reich is either facing or already experiencing total collapse of central authority. Though not much is known about the fate of the Reich's eastern administrations, the sudden cessation of contact between Germania and her possessions has created speculation on if those regions too will find their fate. What is known for sure, however, is that the collapse of Europe's titan has thrown the continent asunder. The end of the Reich, surely. The German Civil War. It is thus necessary that the individual should finally come to realize that his own ego is of no importance in comparison with the existence of the nation. Adolf Hitler. So it begins. Heydrich declared war on Speer. Heydrich declared war on Goering. Heydrich declared war on Bormann. And everyone's at war. It's Goering, who was chosen as the successor, if you remember that from last time, versus Heydrich, who is a fucking SS guy, and then Speer, who just like is the architect. He kind of designed all the camps, I guess. Like he didn't. He's probably the least evil, but he still is kind of a dick because he designed the concentration camps. And then Bormann, I don't know what the fuck Bormann is. He's bald. Oh yeah, Bormann is boring in this game. He does nothing. He just is like status quo guy. Oh, and now Brittany and Himmler are declaring war on what's left of France. And they're getting fucking obliterated very quickly. I wonder if it's possible to play as the French state and win against Burgundy. Holy shit, they're fucking... yeah, they're gone. Looks like everything's falling apart, because, the game is lagging. Every time I go to move the camera, there we go. The German Sovereign Zone, Moscow Autonomy. Yeah, this is the Reichskommissariat in Muscovia, and it's just fucking exploding. Same with Ostland. It's fine for now, but it won't be for long. Incentivize qualified personnel. Let's just watch them fucking explode. Hans Spiegel assumes control of Germany. Jesus. So yeah, now it's basically regular England versus like I don't even know. I think this is like essentially like old guys. Yeah, so this is like the guys who want democracy. These are the current government, and then these are some like Wehrmacht or SS guys who are just left to oversee the English government. So it's them versus the Wehrmacht or the SS and the regular government of England. And then the French state just lost a bunch of land to Burgundy and Brittany. What else is going on? Oh yeah, we're waiting for everything to explode. There's Dobby. It looks like Dobby, actually. I didn't even think about that until just now. I've seen that portrait multiple times, but I just now realized it looks a lot like fucking Dobby. Poland just broke free, and they're fighting the general government. This fucking guy. A shining light from hell. Zone, Central European Council, Reichskommissariat. So yeah, the Ostland's falling apart. I think Moscow just kind of stays this fucked up way because they haven't updated it really. Formation of the Africa Shield. Yeah, so Africa Shield's a thing. They all united because Germany fucking exploded. I think South Africa's about to declare war. Oh yeah, Madagascar broke up a while ago. It's now a Reichskommissariat, which I think that's an SS guy based on that outfit. Versus what looks to be Jewish rebels, maybe? You have Serbia, probably a Wehrmacht or SS guy versus just Serbs. Everything's going to shit after this. Oh god. Yeah, the Serbs rise up. And Ostland is finally fucking exploded. Isn't there a SS fucker in here somewhere? Yeah, there we go. SS Oberabschnitt Ostland. Oh, and I have research. Let's get rubber and more oil. Karl Donitz seizes Crimea. Huh? What? Wasn't he like a... I think he was like a Navy guy. Hmm. Yeah, he's the leader of the Kriegsmarine, I think. Oh, and there goes the South African War. The end of Reichskommissariat Norwegen. The South African War. No one starts a war, rather, no one in his senses ought to do so without first being clear in his mind what he intends to achieve by that war and how he intends to conduct it. Karl von Clausewitz. The dominoes shall stop. The Boer Republic is going to call on the Reichs, or not the Reichs, the Africa Shield. And they're all going to fight South Africa, and then South Africa is going to get help from OFN and all that. And they might win or they might lose, I don't know. Everything is fucking exploding at the moment. That's really all you need to know. It's pretty fun. A lot of shit happening. What'll happen? Oh yeah, the African National Congress broke free and nobody likes them because actually we would like them. They're libertarian socialists, and so are we. I don't think they don't have a focus tree though. I don't think they're meant to exist in the current version of the game. Like after the war anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure after the war they like are not supposed to be there. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna survive. What I'm worried about, though, is I'm pretty sure Tomsk is gonna be surrounding us on almost all sides, which is not good. Also, I'm worried about, oh, excuse me. I'm worried about Irkutsk as well. I'm not worried about them because it's, you know, no authority. There's nobody there, really. But Tomsk and Irkutsk are a concern for sure. Hey, we can now, probably do here, have an air force. That'll give us a big bonus to attacking and stuff. Especially like Cass gives you extra like damage from them helping your infantry or helping your army, like giving ground support, and then fighters just help defend your other planes really and give you air superiority. Wrangling unruly Russian children was already a daunting task. They'd been taught their whole lives that the only thing that mattered to them was their freedom and independence was nigh impossible. Yeah, it's like really struggling to teach anarchist kids. Sorry, I'm just reading that because I've never actually played through the Siberian Black Army before, and so I haven't seen any of these events, and I want to learn the story and stuff. Let's see, empower the communes. Yeah, stability, that'll be helpful. Convince. We can give them $1 million USD. That's easy money to give. I'm just worried that it's going to be a lot harder to get support after a while because we'll start expanding. Right now, it's just one state. It seems like the rest don't like have to help, but it's. I feel like it's going to get harder as time goes on. Let's go. Oh, taking control of ourselves. With the free territory entrusting increasing power into the communes, the Black Army has taken a back seat to the leadership of the Siberian people, much to the chagrin of respecting power-hungry generals. The people decided to stay true to the ideals of anarchism that inspired the revolution in the first place. The power of the people grows. Let's go. The contradictions settled. Now let's see our new tree. Oh, it hasn't changed. Oh, uh-oh. A black spring. All around us, the rains of April have stopped coming down. Trees are in full leaf. Fledglings are learning to fly, and the Rasputista is coming to an end. With it are going the muddy roads that swallow entire military brigades and destroy more Russian trucks and tanks than any military ever has. With summer right up around the corner and the spring mud drying up, we are entering into a short period of time between now and autumn, when the roads are clear and the weather is fair. We should take advantage of the time we have and begin preparing for war, as those around us certainly are. Gain 10% war support, which puts us at 100, and we will resume the liberation of Central Siberia from its occupiers. Oop. We do a little war, but not now, because that's the end of part 2. I'm going to go ahead and save it and change the name to Siberian Black Army